Hello, my fellow Nigerians. The presidency is asking Governor Bala to focus on governance, that he should stop playing irresponsible politics, says the presidency to Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State. The presidency has called on Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed to prioritize governance in his state rather than leveraging President Bola Tinubu's name to bolster his public image. Nigeria on Point understands that this admonition came through a statement issued by the special advisor to the president on media and public communication, Sunday Dare, on Thursday. Dare emphasized that President Tinubu's administration remains committed to national development and improving Nigerians' well-being. The President Bola Tinubu administration is laser focused on issues of development and how to improve the overall well-being of Nigerians. This government does not deal with personalities, or our focus is on how to build stronger collaborations with subnationals and other critical stakeholders on matters that affect the lives of Nigerians, Dare stated. He noted that Tinubu's presidency, secured through a national mandate, will not be compromised by pseudo activities or later-day crusaders. Addressing concerns about the tax reform piece, Dare highlighted that the legislative process must take precedent. On the tax reform piece, the president was clear that anyone or group that feels strongly about this matter now before the National Assembly should take advantage of the legislative process. Attempts to stampede or abort this process must be regarded as undemocratic and self-serving, he said. The presidency also raised concerns about Governor Mohammed's governance in Bauchi State, urging him to focus on the alleviation poverty and improving the lives of his constituencies. Dare further stated, the question to Governor Bala Mohammed by journalists is, what is he doing to make life better for the people of Bauchi State? How well are the people of his state, who still rank as among the most impoverished Nigerians, faring under his leadership? The statement continued, how well has he, as governor, used the increased resources at his disposal to improve the quality of life of his people? Just like President Tinubu has a duty to all Nigerians, Governor Bala has a greater duty and a responsibility to the people of his state. Dare reiterated that Tinubu's focus on revamping the country's economy and delivering on his 4-year mandate. Nigerians have stated to see the real impact of reforms on the Tinubu administration, and better outcomes will continue to manifest in the lives of citizens in the weeks and months ahead. He noted the presidency concluded by urging Governor Mohammed to desist from political distractions and focus on addressing the challenges in Bauchi State. Governor Bala is playing irresponsible politics. Rather, he should occupy himself with dealing with the many problems of his state. Ambition is made of sterner stuff Dare remarked. My brothers and sisters, this is what Dare is telling to the Bauchi State Governor, Bala Mohammed. In a related issue, hear what the government is saying. He said on Bala's issue that he should focus on the people of Bauchi State, not to disturb the people of Nigeria by saying all what he has been saying. You see, let's see what or hear what the presidency is saying again on the issue of this Tinubu's tax reform bills. The Northern Elders Forum has once again expressed its disapproval of the federal government proposed tax reform bill, urging for an immediate suspension of the implementation. The forum criticized the government by passing critical consultations with relevant stakeholders and experts before drafting the reform. In a statement released on Saturday, signed by Al-Amin Dagash, the chairman of the management board, emphasized the potential negative consequences of the proposed reforms on northern Nigeria and the country at large. Dagash said once again it is necessary to tolerate that indeed Nigerians in general and the northerners in particular are not really against the introduction of any form of good and meaningful reforms by those in positions of authority at the federal, state or local government levels. Even though we shall remain very implacable in reaffirming that our practical experience teaches us that going by global best practices, successful reforms are known to be underpinned by strict adherence to certain common cardinal characteristics of the public policy making process. For the convenience of exposition, these similarities include, but not limited to, the underlisted basic essentials: extensive pre-reforms, early managements with experts and critical stakeholders to secure their buy-in, establishing a very well-defined media communication strategy that clearly articulates the full import of the reforms and disseminates public awareness and mass enlightenment on a nationwide scale, designing a robust, transparent, and inclusive implementation mechanism, proactively putting in place a well sequenced process to ensure that the meticulously planned reforms really meet the society's desire and the anticipated outcomes. The Northern Elders Forum make bold to say that the recently proposed tax reforms should be by the federal government were clearly in the breach with regards to adhering to the above listed common characteristics of reforms and the public policy making process all over the world and in conformity with the global best practices. The reform called for a comprehensive dialogue involving all relevant parties before the government moves forward with the proposed reforms. My brothers and sisters, this tax reform bill is bringing some controversies, most especially from the north. Well, God knows why what the tax is of a gain to Nigerians. My brothers and sisters, in the comment section, you are free to say your opinion. Subscribe to this channel, share, love, and like. God bless Nigeria. Thanks and God bless. Amen.